What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Beyondsolepodcast, where we talk about everything beyond the sneakers, not just the sneakers themselves, but of course, you already know we have the legend in the building, my brother. I like to consider him my brother, Jumperman Kris.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You don't need to give me the mic, but yeah, it's something different we're doing right now. First time in the podcast, and this is in the Kicks for Your Soul. Beyond Your Soul sneaker room.
Correct. If you guys don't know, I am the owner of Kicks for Soul Sneaker Convention. Me and Martin, we have been in the YouTube space for a long time. We decided we want to do some podcasts, man. Talk about things not just shoe related. Talk about things more deeper into it. Like we all know Jumperman Kris as a sneaker YouTuber, the guy that does the pickup vlogs and the guy that does the events and the guy that travels every damn weekend.
It gets tiring, bro.
I
I'm not
can
gonna lie.
I can imagine. So I'm pretty much, you know what I mean. Like I've known Chris now for roughly about 3 years, so I figured he's the best one to get on the podcast for.
I think
being the
I
first
know,
one.
no, I've known you more than that. It was even
Three,
like,
four.
dude, even remember the first the Tampa show.
Yeah, sneaker travelers.
Yeah,
back in the
we
day.
thou shall not say the name.
Anyway, it's but yeah, he's that was the first time. It was a long time ago, man. It was about 4 years ago. But
Yeah.
people want to know the real Chris, and if you guys want to know the real Chris, you'll kind of talk to him today because there's no filter in this fucking podcast. We say whatever we want. We're free.
Let's run it.
I'm not even gonna turn on ad revenue. That's the thing
Okay.
too. I'm not getting paid from YouTube for this. I
That's
want to
crazy.
see people see the real shit. Like I just want to do a podcast where you can talk about real shit and don't have to worry about getting filtered.
All right.
So,
All right, let's
But-
go. Let's run it, man. Hey,
so Chris,
it was always a good vibe, man.
100%. Where are you from?
I am living in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm originally from San Francisco, California, but moved to Kentucky when I was a younger kid. When I was
Okay.
like in my 7, 8 years old. And then I used to go back and forth with going back to California 'cause I have family over there, with my aunties and cousins. So it was like one of those things. It was like a family money situation. So, it's cheaper over in Kentucky compared to California. Price was rising up. And then in California, it's continuing to keep going up. Apparently, houses are now like $2 million now.
Man, I feel like that's anywhere, to be honest with you. I remember
know.
houses back just here alone in Florida used to, you can get a 3.2 for
Oh.
250, 300. Now you're gonna pay
Now-
upwards 400-500,000.
You know what's crazy? That back in the
But-
day, we thought that was expensive too, right?
Hell yeah, it was
That was
expensive
expensive.
back in the
That
day.
was
It
expensive,
was
but-
very expensive.
But
back in
looking
the
back,
day.
you're like, holy shit! Like, I wish I would have paid that price now, right?
Bro, I swear. I mean, I used to live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It was like
Word.
about 800 square feet. They wanted 120,000 for it. I told them to go fuck himself.
And
Now that condo's worth like 320. I wish I would have bought that
It's
shit.
probably worth more than that now. This day and
Yeah.
age in 2023.
So, I mean, that's absolutely insane. But I definitely get it, man. Moving to Louisville. How is Louisville, man?
Hey man, I know what the first thing you hear, Kentucky, like where the hell is that? Some random state. Hey,
You got the Derby.
you got the Derby.
You got
It's
the Derby.
chill though. It's a chill vibe, man. Everyone's super friendly. That's what I like about it. Everyone's pretty chill. Everyone's usually pretty friendly. We kind of look out for each other. It's like the small town, like the small people's out there. Everywhere is like maybe 20, 15 minutes to get to anywhere. It's not like a small town. Like there's only one red light. I mean, we still got skyscrapers. We still have, downtown. Like it's still a city. It's just not a big, busy city by any means.
I mean, you got Jack Harlow from there.
Yeah, Jack
Gotta be
Harlow's
somewhat
from
of a big
there.
city.
Yeah. I mean, we got we're gonna talk about Louisville, Kentucky. The U of L Cardinals. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because that situation. But it's a proud city, man. And the one thing that sucks though is like we don't get a lot of stuff. For example, like sneakers. There's one store that mainly gets everything. So we're kind of like on their will, like what they want to give us and stuff like that. They do a good job though. Sometimes I'll give them credit. Shouts to my local sneaker boutique because sometimes they give us good stuff, but sometimes you just no. But sometimes like some of the good stuff, obviously you got 100 people going for it and only 20 people get it. Sorry, but
I hear
you
it's
know how
low
it is.
stock. You know what I mean? Low stock
Low
for the
stock,
stores
yeah.
and maybe some backdoored and
Yeah,
some other shit.
exactly.
It
And then-
happens. It is what it is.
And the malls, you have maybe 2 good malls, very small malls in Louisville that gets actually sneakers, so that you're like again you're just hoping to hit on one of those. Like you go to New York City, you go on on the Flex app. There's 10 freaking Foot Lockers on the block in New York City. You know what I mean?
100%.
I remember Wavy, my boy Wavy. Oh, you probably don't know him, but my guy Wavy, he's from New York City. He came here to Kentucky, Louisville to do work for an army,
Yeah.
and he was like saying like, bro, you gonna have one champs? I'm like, yeah. How the hell do you hit? I'm like, I was like, what? You gotta hope the best for one, fam.
You have one champ. Like, what mile radius would that be though? Like, are you talking something like 50 miles?
Technically, we have no. It's not that crazy. 50 miles is like an hour.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that crazy, bro.
I've seen towns where I've literally been there. They have like
It's
one
not
fucking
that
Hibbett
small of a
Sports for an
town.
hour radius.
It's literally not that small a town. It's still a city. It's a small city, but it's not like a town, like a small like hick town, ghost town. It's not like that. I've been to those towns too, but no, like in my area, Louisville, we will maybe have like 3 champs, 3 Foot Lockers, 2 JD Sports, you know, because we have 2 malls and we have some small rinky dinks here and there. That's why I hit on Hibbets a lot, because we have like a lot of Hibbets in my area. Shout out to Hibbets.
Shout out to Hibbets. Hey, we picked up those Palomino
we
ones
picked up
today,
the
actually,
Palominos
from
today.
Hibbets today.
Yeah,
All
your
3 of us
Hibbets?
walked out. Yeah. In Orlando, which we have a Hibbets on every goddamn corner, a Champs on every corner,
Same
a Foot
here.
Locker on every corner. So, shout out to Orlando, man.
Yeah, Orlando. Man, trust me, bro. I would love to live out Orlando, man. Like, this is like, you know, all my peoples are here. You're here. You know,
Hey,
everything.
we would love to have you.
Yeah,
people think you live here.
People
Half
think
of the
you think-
vendors
yeah.
when you come to my shows think you live here.
I know, right?
My first question when I go to the mall or I go somewhere, I go to a sneaker shop. What up, Joe? Yo, where's Chris? He's in Kentucky. He doesn't live here.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
no, he doesn't live
which
here.
is
Lives in
great because
Kentucky.
I remember for the past few years I used to come to Orlando a lot. Like it felt like it was like once a week.
Every other
It's
week.
starting to slow down now because you know obviously with everything kind of going on, sneaker shows are starting to slow down.
Yes.
So I'm not getting as much invitation as I once was, but you know still try to come to Orlando as much as possible. I like especially come to yours or something. But yeah, I used to come to Orlando a lot. But the way our economy is, man, it's just hard to get out of the situation I'm in now to move to a new situation here and just start all over. And, it's hard to leave that when you're already at a good, like nowadays, a lot of people that bought houses 10 years ago, like no one's trying to sell their shit. Like no one's trying to move.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can sell the house for a lot more than what you paid for it, but
then
the
you
interest rate on top of that, what you're going to be purchasing for another house, and even another house, what are you going to buy?
Right. You're going to have to buy something much higher. So what's the point?
Correct.
That's what I looked at it, And plus, my wife, she has her business with her sisters and stuff like that. So I got to take that away from her. And, I don't make that much. I don't make that much income to where I can support just me, I can support my family. This day and age, it takes 2 incomes. Okay.
That's definitely another thing too. I mean, you guys all see. That's the reason why I wanted to do something like this podcast, because you guys see Jumperman Kris, you automatically think, oh, he's a millionaire YouTuber.
Oh, no.
Right off the bat.
No.
Believe me, the YouTubers and all the people behind the cameras, they struggle just as much as we do at a certain extent. It may not be that I can't spend this $100, but their expenses are higher because they have to spend more money to keep their production going. So the shit that we go through, they're going through, but just at a different pace.
In a different
It's
level.
A different
kind
level
thing,
of struggle
and
as well.
I don't want to try to sound like, insecure or like sound like insensitive about it, that's a good word.
Yeah.
But like but like there's certain levels to where like okay, just like everyday people, I feel like I treat myself and I talk to other people like I'm an everyday person too, because like I gotta hustle and do just as much as the next person. Maybe I might get some better perks here and there, obviously, with the stuff that I built on, like it's not like this stuff came in yesterday, like I just babied it. I've been doing this YouTube for like almost 10 years.
It's been a grind, man.
Yeah.
I remember. I've been watching your YouTube videos from the fucking days where I remember your first SneakerCon video type shit.
Yeah.
Like where you were asking your wife, "Hey, babe, I'm going to my first SneakerCon, trying to pay to get it. I have to wait in line and pay to get inside to fucking SneakerCon."
Yeah.
To being able to travel with them all over the place and everything like that, but yeah, like we were saying, it's mainly just it's all a struggle. Everybody's struggling at some point.
Everyone struggles to a different level, And like I said, I'm very thankful for what perks and stuff that I do have, and I'm very thankful for the life that I do have. But again, I gotta grind and push as hard, just like everyone else, man.
100%, bro.
Yeah, it's just different levels, but. Shouts to wifey. If it wasn't for her, I definitely wouldn't be in the position that I could be. Because then, obviously, I couldn't just travel and go to sneaker shows just for fun. I would have to, and I don't really go for fun per se. Obviously, for content and stuff like that. But I wouldn't be able to be in that position if my wife wasn't helping out too as well.
110%, and definitely shout out to wifey. I mean, he travels. When I say he travels, if you guys know JMK, he travels a fucking lot.
I try to do too much though. I try to at least be in and out, or at least one day.
Yeah,
I mean,
and to be away that way when you have a family, you have kids, you have a wife.
A lot of sacrificing. A lot of people don't understand that.
I couldn't imagine. I know that Erica would be fucking pissed, and Erica's my wife, so there's no way.
Well, the thing is, you know, she'll be home by herself, so that'd be
correct. Yes.
But
I don't know. All right, next question. I got some questions.
All right, let's go. Let's get it.
I got some questions for you.
Questions.
Start off. It's not even a question, actually. Tell the camera, or even me. Try to think deep into it. I'll give you a moment. Give me 3 things. Tell me 3 things that either me or somebody else or a lot of people don't know about you.
Oh man.
You don't have to get too personal, and I'm not asking for anything crazy. Just something that would be like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
I mean, I guess I'm actually kind of I guess one thing I'll say is like I'm kind of like a superhero dork. I really am. I'm into Marvel. You know,
Okay.
I remember I got into it with you. Like, what you never see the MCU.
Yes.
Yep. Not just MCU. Like I've been, watching back in the day when I was a kid. The X-Men series back in the 90s. I'm a millennial kid, so I remember Fox Kids. Remember Fox Kids with the X-Men and the Spider-Man. So
yes.
that was a big thing for me. So that's why I'm so happy I have boys.
I feel you.
So I don't have to take go see Barbie or anything. I can finally my sons were into the same thing. So let's go see Marvel or Avengers and Ant-Man and because that's stuff that I can relate to because that's what I grew up on. Or
that's
like
funny.
Ninja Turtles and stuff. Oh, thank goodness, because that just came out. Because there's a choice. It wasn't like a choice that just came out. It was like Ninja Turtles or Barbie.
I could imagine having a daughter having to go to Barbie
you would have
instead
to.
of that.
Hey, shout out to any girl dads. I'm sure but I'm just happy that I have boys and we can kind of relate a little better. Obviously, if I had girl dads, I wouldn't mind to go. If I had to go see, they want to see Barbie. F it, I'll just go see Barbie.
God bless the girl dads out there. I feel.
I
don't know how you feel, but I can feel for you.
Yeah, but I'm sure they have a great, a great relationship with their daughters and everything. And I have try to have a great relationship with my kids too. And that's why I take them to see Marvels and go to and also my kids are really into wrestling now. So I
wrestling's a big one. I do see you post a lot about your WrestleMania.
Yeah, wrestling. Yeah, because I just now getting back into it. Because the new generation, I don't know who these new cats are. So, I grew up watching Stone Cold, The Rock. That was my era.
All I can remember when it was huge was the suck it.
Yeah, that was huge, right?
Whatever, I forgot who that was.
Yeah, DX.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was a big one.
So, all these people, these are my era back in the 90s. Now I'm getting back to the new generation. And I'm kind of figuring out who
your kids will tell you now.
Yeah,
your kids are interested. They'll be like, yo, dad, that's this. Right. That's the cool part about it.
And
you got something to get along with your kids.
Similarities of it, so it just I get into it with them too because they're into it and and they like it and that's something that I used to like. So I'm just kind of okay, I'm enjoying the ride with them because my kids are growing up so fast. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have doing stuff like this.
They definitely are growing up, man. Every time you post a picture, I'm like, damn, you got that.
I know they get bigger now. Right?
They got really tall.
Yeah, it is.
Be taller than you.
Eventually, my son's gonna start taking my freaking shoe collection pretty soon.
100%. Hey, who else is gonna go to for your kids? At the end of the day, I mean, I know you're not gonna stop growing, but. You're done growing, so your shoe size not gonna change. But eventually,
see. But here's the thing, though, man. If they start wearing just to show off, and then they f up your grails, then this is gonna be a different conversation in a situation. you know.
Feel you.
But
they fuck up your OG 2001 breads.
2001.
Oh my god, your bands you just picked up.
Exactly. I'm like, you're not wearing those, G.
I feel you.
They're
I wouldn't give those.
Come on, pops. I gotta show these off, or let's say maybe
photo shoot. I need it for TikTok.
Yeah, or something. Maybe Travis Scott will still be cool in 5 years, right?
You think?
What? I guess he's on a different level.
I mean, it's possible. Drake's been relevant for the past
10 years,
15 years.
Right.
Yeah, since 2011, 2009.
I think Travis Scott's a different longevity with some rappers. I think he's another tier to where I think his longevity is still gonna be up there. He's up there with the Drakes and the Kanyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would say that's why his shoes are. I mean, I think his shoes taking his another life of his own. If you think about it,
Yeah.
I mean, his shoes are still hot. His shoes are still popping. I mean, we just got the Olives, Travis Scott lows. Those are still pretty popping, even though it's a women exclusive, but still pretty hyped. And he's getting some other ones coming on this holiday season, which
with the strap. The Air
The
Maxes. or whatever.
strap, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those situations. You know how sneakerheads are. It's like we hate. It's like we want new shit, and then they
When we
complain.
get it,
they complain
bitch.
about it.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Yeah.
doesn't make any fucking sense, bro.
That's the way this shit goes, bro.
Ugh.
Every fucking time.
And
Every time.
I'm kind of like that too, in a way.
Well, we all are, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, sneakerheads. And everybody says, "Oh, I'm not a hypebeast and I'm falling to the hype." Bullshit. Yes,
Bro,
you fucking
everybody's
do.
a
Everybody
goddamn
falls to the
hypebeast,
hype at
bro.
one
I don't want
point.
to hear it no more, man.
110%.
Like, you know, say what you want. You know, maybe some people's truly all out there, but like, you know, some shoes out there would never get the attention that it would have if it wasn't any hype. And I hate the thing. Oh, if it don't have Travis Scott's name on it, no one would care. Obviously, if the fucking shoe didn't have Jordan on it, no one would care either.
Yep.
It's the same thing. That's why they signed Michael Jordan in the deal in 1984 and 85. Like, that's exactly why everything is. Like, everybody.
100%.
I hate that saying, you know, because it's anything. It's freaking anything. I mean, if anything didn't have a name on it, no one would care. That's why they signed these dudes to the big deals.
I feel you.
What do they say in the air? A shoe is just a shoe until
my son steps his foot into it.
Yes.
A shoe is just a shoe until my son steps into it.
I mean, once I heard that, I was like, then everyone should stop saying this fucking phrase. Seriously, stop saying this. It won't have anything on.
Yeah.
No one will buy it. Then fuck. That's the exact same thing that Marco Jordan's mom said. Good Lord.
Facts. All right. I still need two more things that people don't know about you. You
Oh,
told me
man.
about you're a nerd geek. You're a nerd geek when
we
it
just
comes
went
to
off.
the Spider-Man and the Marvel and the comics. Two more things.
Two more things that people might not know about me, man. Let me think. You're going to have to edit this out because I have to really think.
No, you're good. You're good. It's all good. This is the first fucking podcast. I think it's going pretty goddamn well.
I mean, I put myself out there so much that it's like everything that I put
I
on
know
my thing that-
something that you could say, but I don't know if you want to say it, but I ain't going to say
I'll
it.
say it, then we'll see. We'll edit it out.
Hibachi, back in the day.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was a hibachi chef. I've seen this before. I was a hibachi
You've
chef.
never said
I
this
said
on
this.
fucking camera.
I might have. I think I have. I might have did it on like my IG story or something. I was a hibachi chef at my mom's restaurant. My mom owned a Japanese restaurant when I was in high school for like almost 20 years. She just shut it down in 2020. I was a busboy at 15, and then a server, and then I was a back in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden when I graduated from high school, well, my mom was like, "Hey, once you start cooking the front," and that's kind of scary to kind of cook in front of people you don't know.
Oh yeah, of course. I couldn't
You know?
imagine. Especially you
Especially
do
at
these fucking
18.
tricks with the egg shit
Yes,
and everything.
you have to learn.
Choo-choo,
Oh my god,
chicka,
that's
chicka.
all you do in the back.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
I did
I'm
everything.
getting a fucking Blackstone. Next time you come over, I'm getting fucking fried rice, chicken, everything. And I'm getting everything. I want a whole fucking outside. I will record,
Oh
I
my
will live
God.
stream the whole
You know
fucking
what?
thing.
Get the griddle.
I
got
swear to God, I will
you.
do
I
it.
will do it. I can do it.
For real.
I still got it.
Mark my word. Next time you come here, I'm getting a fucking Blackstone.
Okay, swear. I'll be here. I'll bring my own spatula.
Shake it.
Okay.
Shake on it.
I got my own
100%.
spatula, my fork.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
He said it.
I still do. Look.
All right, bet.
Woo! I do one of these like boom. Oh.
Didn't you
Oh,
tell me
that's
back?
nice.
You did tell me that back in the day.
Hope I didn't fuck
That's it's okay. It's fine. It's all right. But I remember you telling me back in the day that you used to go out there because you have somewhat of an accent, but it's not thick.
No.
You used to go out there and fuck with people,
Oh, yeah, I would fuck
and,
with
and
people,
like,
yeah,
oh, I
yeah.
die, like you don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it, and then at the
So,
end you say thank you very much.
Once you
What
get
the
comfortable, doing that, so I was doing for like I've been a hibachi chef for 10 years. So my main thing was, I look young, and because I was really young, I was like probably in my 20s, early 20s. So
Yeah.
I look young, so I kind of look like I'm like fresh, like don't know any English, and I would like, I'll go up to him, I'll be like, hello, egg roll. Hello, you chicken steak, right? Stick, filet mignon. Okay.
Bro, that's hilarious.
I swear to God. Yeah, I would fuck with them the whole time. Kind of like so that way they will stop. They won't talk to me because a lot of customers would like to like have conversations and
Yeah.
fuck with me sometimes. And I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Let me just cook.
I feel you.
But you do. It's just like with any type of job, you build a relationship with some customers, and they like you. They want to cook for you again. But then I would, if some people like I just don't really want to talk much, and I just kind of fuck with them a little bit. I'd be like, yeah. And then I have my little accent, yeah. And then later when I'm done, give them all the rice done. I'm like, okay, all right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. All right.
Bro,
and they're all
that's
like,
hilarious.
So-
That would throw somebody off. So, bro, if I was at that table, I'd be on the fucking ground rolling.
and they always were laughing like, what?
Hilarious. That
Or
shit's funny
My
as
favorite
hell.
one that I always used to do my trick, right? So they always ask me, sir, what's your name? I was like, I don't know, you can say. And they're like, well, just try. I'm like, okay, it's Christopher. They were like, oh shit, that's it?
That's funny.
It's not watashimo or something like that. It's Japanese. And I'm like a Vietnamese cook and all that. But yeah, I did chef for like 10 years. Since I had to quit doing chef because I'll tell my life story. Here we go. I had to quit doing chef because I had my firstborn. Restaurant life is very tough.
100%.
Yeah,
I've been in the
restaurant
space
life
too.
is super tough. It's one of the hardest jobs I ever had because you're not there. I was there from morning to night. Like I would have 2 hour break in between. That's when I can maybe have lunch with my wife. But I'm fucking smelling like grill and fried rice. You know what I mean? And I'm greasy. So I don't really have much time. I'll just have lunch a little bit. Maybe see my wife if she's not working, and then I'll come home like 11 o'clock. I wouldn't even see my wife. So when I had my firstborn, everything kind of changed. And I was like, look, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I was telling my wife, I was like, I can't be restaurant for the rest of my life. This is way too much work. And
Especially family-owned type business
family
type
owned,
shit.
my
Like
mom,
that's
and that's another thing too. It's hard for me to step back and step down because I'm basically like telling my mom like, hey, I'm quitting on the family.
100%.
And-
But
but
I
I
mean,
had
you
to-
got to do what's best for you. At the
I had
end
to
of the
do
day.
what was good for my mental because the restaurant, like I said, a lot of restaurant was really messing my mental because I would train a lot of people and restaurant the overhead and the overturn is crazy because you got people quitting left and right and then you got to retrain and quit, retrain and all that stuff. So I had to
Yeah.
deal with that a lot. I had to take care of my mom's business a lot. I was like kind of like when I got older, I was kind of like the backbone, but well, I was a head chef actually, but then I trained another person for him to be the head chef because I really believed in him. I'm like, yo, I'm going to leave because I decided I'm going to do nails instead. A little bit easier job. My wife does it, so something I can kind of like also learn. So, because the one thing here, I'll tell this about anyone that's listening. All right, anyone out there that's listening, guys, look, you pick up a skill in life about anything. I don't know. I don't care what it is. Chopping wood, some type of skill, plumbing, electrician, any type of skill. Pick it up at a young age and then do what you need to do. Because if anything else fail, you always have a skill to fall back on. You can always make money for your family or for yourself. I can always go back to cooking. If I really want to. I can always go back to doing nails if I want to. Just stuff like that. So always pick up a skill, no matter what. Whatever it is, pick up a skill, be good at it, and then always have it. That's with anything, chopping wood, building houses, anything.
That's definitely words of wisdom. Always have something
Always have something.
that you can fall back on.
Fall
There's
back,
no doubt about
exactly,
that.
bro.
That is 100%.
Learn it, especially learning when you're young.
Yeah.
If you need to paint a house, learn how to paint a house when you're young. Learn that so you can paint people's houses if you need to. Just stuff like that. Even as a side hustle, fixing cars is a skill. Anything. But anyways, yeah. So I learned to do nails. I got good at that. I was doing that for like 10 years, and then all of a sudden, I was like,
that's your third thing right there. A lot of people don't know is that you used to do nails.
Yeah, I used to do nails, guys. I mean, I did say this on my retirement
number 3.
video. So yeah, I used to do nails. I used to.
Retirement video.
I remember
Way back in the day.
No, man. My retirement video about when I was quitting my job to do YouTube full time.
Well, you've also gained a lot of subs since then that don't know that. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
If they didn't see that video, they might not know this. You know what I mean?
You're
This
right,
could be
you're
a whole new.
Okay, yeah. So so I was balancing, so I was doing nails full time when I had my kids and stuff. I was doing nails full time with my wife's family, or just my wife's family. Then I picked up my own thing and did it with some people, and we had our own gig. But in the meantime, I was like, I've always liked sneakers, and I wasn't as heavy as it is now. Like this nowadays is like on another level. Cause back in early 2012 and 13s, I mean, I'm sure there's still big sneakerheads out there, but it wasn't as common as it is now. People
Absolutely, yeah.
people just kind of buy sneakers if you like it, and then they just kind of wear it and then move on to the next, or they hear something comes out.
The community wasn't as large.
Right.
Community was more of. I mean, you got to think about it. The only apps that we've had for the community back then was Flight Club, to check prices and purchase sneakers from, or people that you know in your community. You'd have to physically go to stores to purchase shit.
Yeah.
You'd have to be involved in order to get that rare sneaker.
Right.
Now, you got sneakers app. You got fucking JD on every corner that you can go sign up for and get the shoe.
Gold, stock.
Yeah, so it definitely grew It's so much easier for you to be a part of the community now.
Yeah, it's a lot too, and not only that, Jordans didn't back in the day. Jordans wasn't releasing once a week like how it is now,
No,
or
hell
every
no.
day.
Nope.
Like I feel like there's shoes coming out every single fucking day.
Every day.
At least once a week, at least something.
It may
back
not
then,
be a Jordan, it may be a new Nike or a new this or a new this or a new this,
Right.
but there's always something. Yeah.
it was back then. It was like maybe you'll get like one OG colorway a year, that's the one that everybody wanted. It was like an
100%.
OG colorway,
Yep.
and then you'll get like a couple like random retros like every other week or every other month it was something like it was very spread out. It wasn't like how it is now to where like a retros every freaking week.
Yeah.
So but anyways, yeah. So I've always liked sneakers, and then all of a sudden I think I watched I got into this is the time when the 11s was really popping, and I had trouble trying to cop these 11s because it was always crazy. Everyone was lining up. I remember my mall, the line was all the way from the outside. Some people were even breaking into the mall.
Gammas?
No, this was the 11s, the Concords.
Oh, the Concord.
Concords, when
okay.
the first time the Concords came out. Yeah.
But wasn't it your first pair you reviewed, the Gamma 11?
Okay, this is another thing. I'm getting to that, but yeah.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
Joe knows my life
See?
story.
See?
But yeah, so I was saying like 11s were always difficult to get back in the day from 2011-12, and then the Brady 11s, I got another story to where then they started doing raffles or tickets. They started to do tickets like a couple days before the release. And for the Brady 11s, since the Concords were going crazy, they were giving out tickets. In the Foot Locker, it was like outside of it was next to a food court in my area. And the manager was like literally like standing on the table like this and like passing out tickets, and people are circled around him like it were like zombies or something crazy, right? You could have like a whole thing, but like passing out like zombies, like oh my god. And I think he panicked and he just threw all the tickets up in the air and ran back in the store. And I was like way in the back, like yo, what the fuck just happened?
Like fucking what's that Christmas movie? Fucking Get to the chopper. What the fuck? Like fucking Jingle All the Way when they throw the balls.
Yeah, you just throw the balls up.
They just threw the tickets in the air.
Yes.
Here you go. Fuck this. I'm
Yeah,
out.
I was like way in the back too. Like, yo, what the fudge? What happened? And everybody's just like grabbing it. And people had like 5 tickets, 4 tickets. And I was like, bro, like, there was such a hassle of getting these 11s every freaking year. So then the year they came out, the Gamma 11s, which it was pretty hyped up because it was like a different non-OG colorway.
Yeah, I
it was
remember
an
that.
all-black Jordan 11. It was pretty hyped up, not gonna lie.
It was very hyped up.
But they did raffles. I didn't want to go through that crap again, so I was kind of like watching like YouTube videos and Googles, and some people had like you can buy it now, and I was like, oh, I'll just fucking do that now. I'll just buy it now. I don't want to deal with this bullshit.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I bought one for it was like $300. But it turned out to be a fake one because I saw on more YouTube videos about a real versus fake and all that. I was like, oh, what the hell? Yeah, this looks. Mine got the big thing like this. Yeah, that's not right. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, so this is fake. That's how that's the first time I got scammed. Because I didn't know any better.
Wow.
I didn't know any better. Because this is at the time.
When you live and you learn. Everybody's gotten caught at one point.
Then this came a time too. Like the fakes wasn't as good, and the thing is, you just didn't know that much, there wasn't a lot of information out there.
Correct.
Compared to what it is now. I mean,
also,
now you have like check and all that stuff now.
But I mean, the fakes back then, you'd have the Jordan fucking.
Oh yeah, you still do. It was like this, and then the toe box
would
be like mad huge.
He's doing the moonwalk and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it was always something crazy. But the thing is, like if you weren't like really checking and didn't know about the sneakers like that, you wouldn't really know. I guess. I mean, I kind of felt like it was when I opened it, I felt like it was a little off. I was like not off, but I felt like, these look different. It's weird. I guess that's how they made this year. Like that. Like, I guess it's just Jordan being cheap this year. But yeah, it turned out to be fake. So I watched this dude's on YouTube video, and that kind of it kind of inspired me to do it.
Do you remember whose video it was?
Yeah,
Any idea?
DB Town.
DB Town. That one I don't know. I don't remember
OG,
that one.
bro. He was with I think it was at the time where it was like same with Bull RC and Tony D.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was a kid that did it, and then I was watching more videos, and I just kind of got addicted to watching all these sneaker videos. And then I was like, I can do this too on my phone. So I started to I would buy shoes all the time. I started to buy more shoes now. Like some shoes I wouldn't buy. I would never buy like a 7, like a Jordan 7 at the time, and I bought a 7. Just some things like back then, if it wasn't like OG colorway, I wouldn't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it was just unless it was like a really good colorway, or something like that. But anyways, yeah, it kind of inspired me to do videos too, and I was like, all right, I pick up shoes, I can do reviews, and That's how it kind of got started. Anyways, back to like me doing nails. So I was flip flopping doing YouTube videos and doing nails, but I would always look at YouTube as just for fun. I would used to do videos like once a week, and then it started to get kind of it kind of grew some legs like it all of a sudden. I don't know how. It just kind of like my reviews were doing pretty well. I was growing like back in the day. This is when freaking 5,000 subs was a big thing. Like it was huge.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
YouTube wasn't what it was. To
Yeah,
what it
it's
is
not like how it
today.
is now.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
This is
It
when
was.
I hit 5K, and this was huge. This was like a big thing. Like, oh, he's a big time YouTuber. He got 5K subs. Swear, I promise you, this is how it was.
But a lot of people watching right now, especially the younger generation, like, what the fuck? That's nothing.
Yeah, nowadays, like,
Mr.
nothing,
Beast
right?
has 150 million.
Yeah, I know, right?
But my guy, YouTube started what 2006.
It's 2006, yeah, something like that. Yeah, maybe
So there wasn't
2004.
many YouTubers back then.
Yeah,
YouTuber
right.
wasn't as big as it's not. It wasn't as socially okay, I guess you
Yeah.
could say back then.
Sneakers
Like you
was-
told somebody you wanted to
yeah.
be a YouTuber back then, you'd be like, "This guy's fucking stupid." You know
Right,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, exactly.
He wants to be a what?
Like who wants to be?
It's not- it wasn't
watching
normal back
sneakers?
then.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. And a lot of times, a lot of these cats, they would hide behind the camera, so they would just do like PVO on the camera.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
it just shows
Like the
camera.
POV?
Just shoot. Yeah, POV. Is that what I say?
Point of view, right?
Yeah, point of view. what did I say? PVO.
Don't you
I
watch
don't-
porn?
No, I don't. What? I've never heard of that.
All right, keep
What are
going.
you talking about?
Nothing.
Anyways, point of view, like that's how they would shoot it, just a shoot, because they didn't want to show their face. A lot of times, a lot of people were faceless back in the day. But anyways, I gained like it just kind of grew. Like I said, it just kept growing, and I was like at 10K. Once I hit 10K, I took a little bit more serious to where I was starting to upload like
How
more
long?
consistent.
Do you know how long roughly that was to get 10K? That you've been doing YouTube? I know you said you started. You said you started
It took me a
2012,
good
right?
minute. It took me a good minute to get 1K. I remember that.
Well, 1K was a fucking journey, even for me as well on my previous channel. But
1K was tough. Shouts to Sneakerhead in the Bay and even
shout
Scoop
out to Alex.
Alex. Yeah, he put me on. He did a thing for. This is at the time when he was the biggest sneaker YouTuber.
Yeah, he was fucking.
Yeah,
I remember
he was-
back in the
yeah,
day, bro,
back
when
in
they
the
were all
day.
at SneakerCon.
Shout-
Him,
yeah,
Kais, Tony.
But
Fucking Bull,
Alex
all
was
them motherfuckers
Alex
be
was
together.
before Kais. Alex was before. He did
Yeah, I
sneaker content
remember.
before Kais.
Yeah,
Kais just took this. Shouts to Kais. He took this to a whole nother level.
100%.
To where, because I think the thing is he's from LA, so I think he had another, and he did other YouTubes as skits, so he kind of knew that journey compared to like other bigger YouTubers that would do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he implemented too with sneakers. So shouts to him for doing that. Because before it was only like Jordan 11 Concours review, and then Kais would change it to, yo, check out these Concours, it was crazy, something like that in the title. Like he
Yes.
changed it up, and then he did like more of a vlog style.
Yes.
So that became pretty big. But with that being said, yeah, me growing that 1K took a minute, and then finally 10K, and then 20K I was starting to take it a little bit more serious. I would still work though. I would still work my 9 to 5, 6 days a week.
This was at the restaurant.
No, this
or-
was at the nail
this
shop.
was at the nail shop. Okay.
So I used to work 6 days a week, guys. My only day off was Monday. So I would still work Sunday half day, but I would work from 10 to 8. So back then, Finish Line, my Finish Line in Foot Locker used to open at 9 a.m. So I used to pick them up at 9 a.m., do my vlog, rush out, come to work. Yeah, come to work, do my nail thing with clients, and in between nails, I would edit my videos on the laptop real quick, and then talk in the car and show the shoe. Then that'd be like my vlog, my pickup. So that would be my video, and then the next day would be my review. So that was kind of like a thing that I would do, and then I would do my how to cops, and then I would do my other things like some other vlogs or something like that. It's just kind of like a routine type of deal. But I would still, like I said, if there's anything that comes up, like any type of news, I would have to like rush home because I'll get off at 8, rush home, and then start, edit, and then upload it by like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something that crazy after work, and then do it all over again,
Work on work.
Work
It's
on
definitely
work.
a hustle,
Yeah.
man.
It was a hustle, yeah. It was just a little hustle, but it was like, it's fun. It was like a hobby. You get to see the kind of like the engagement with people and stuff. That's what, you kind of do this for.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So you see the engagement and you see it doing better and all that. I still try to engage as much as possible this day, but sometimes it gets kind of crazy. But but anyways, it kind of just grew up and just kind of blew up. But I would still do my nail thing, even when I was at even before the pandemic, right? Before the lockdowns, I was still doing my 9 to 5. I was still doing my I wouldn't say 9 to 5, but my job.
Your job.
My
You'd go
job.
there for appointments.
Well, because I was still do my
Appointments,
appointments. No, well, I would still also work. Like I would still be there at 10 o'clock till 8 o'clock. I would still.
Oh
do
wow!
that.
So you'd
Yeah.
stay the whole fucking day?
Yeah. Even before the pandemic. But the thing is, I would take off because SneakerCon was bringing me out because they started liking my stuff.
Yes.
So I think I was about 50K, I want to say, and then SneakerCon hit me up, and they're like, "Hey, we like your stuff." I think, and this is when I also was traveling my own money with SneakerCon too, which I do now. But
Yes.
that was that's the reason why I'm still here. I'm here in this fucking house. We're back at square one,
if you guys.
guys.
Don't know, SneakerCon was supposed to happen this weekend in Tampa, Florida, first time in a long time. Real quick, and the hurricane came. It kind of flooded a little bit of Tampa.
There's no fucking hurricane.
But there's no fucking hurricane. I mean, there is. Shout out if there's anybody that got injured by the hurricane. We don't mean any fucking disrespect. Because we do understand that where it did get hit, where it did enter Florida, it did get fucked up. And I hope you guys honestly end up recovering from whatever damages you guys have. But as far as Tampa, it didn't. As far as I know, it didn't really get hit that bad. It flooded kind of near the area, so they actually canceled SneakerCon.
Yeah. And
they changed it to the 23rd. He was supposed to fly in for Tampa to come hang out with everybody, but they ended up canceled. So I figured, fuck it, let's record a goddamn first podcast at the house.
Hey, the only reason why I'm here to Tampa, anyway, SneakerCon, is just mainly because I know you guys are gonna be here. So that's the only reason why I would have come. But anyways, yeah. So I used to travel with SneakerCon by myself. Or not by myself, with my own money. I used to travel with like Forrest, even Sniper Jones at one point. But then, they hit me up and like, hey, we'd like to take you to LA. And I was like, what the fuck, LA? Holy shit, for real?
Oh, when SneakerCon hit you up, that was the first place?
Yeah,
was
LA?
the
first place. LA.
Oh, wow, that's fucking ginormous.
I was like, what, LA?
That's a big one. Hell yeah.
I was like, my home state?
Take my number.
I was like, my home state? Are you sure? They're like, yeah, we love your content. We want to bring you out to LA. And this is when I was like at 50K. So I was like, and I was calling my wife, like, baby, have we fucking made it? You don't got to work no more. You're done. I got you, babe. I told you I could do something in my life. But no, it was a great, that was my greatest, one of my greatest sneaker experience as a YouTuber.
I mean, that's huge. You got the biggest sneaker convention in the world. No disrespect to the other ones or myself, because I run sneaker shows myself too. But I mean, that's huge, having the biggest show in the world, especially at that time.
I was young.
Reach out to you.
Yeah.
I done that, but I mean, that's huge.
Right. I mean, I think I was like 30 or something. I'm 37 now. So what? No, I was probably like 32 then. So,
hey, me 37?
Oh, yeah,
I'm just kidding. I already knew that, but now they know.
Don't say
they didn't know
loud.
that, but now they know.
But I was like, this is like, 2017. So it was about a good 6 years ago. So or maybe 18. I can't remember, bro. But
it had to have been 2017 because 2018 was pandemic. And you were doing SneakerCon before that.
Yeah. It had to be 2017 or 18.
2016, 2017?
Nah, I think it was 2017. It had to be 2017.
Yeah.
My first LA. And I haven't been back to California in a long time because, like I said, I used to see my family a lot in San Francisco, but I never really went to LA. But anyways, it was a good experience. It was like I said, just something like that as, when you're first starting off doing this and you get to go to a big show and they're paying for your expenses and bring you out.
That's big.
And you're like kind of like, feeling like really good because like, oh yeah, just come in the fucking back early. And you're like, what? I don't have to wait in this fucking line? Because I'm used to waiting the line. Matter of fact, that's what I did. I came there, I would wait in line. They saw me like, what are you doing here? Just walk in the back. I'm like, oh, I can do that? All right. I'm still a humble guy, man. Like, I don't try to, like, be a little diva, like, skills, man. You know what I mean? I mean, nowadays, maybe it might be different. but yeah, it was a good experience, man. It was a good time. It was right at the time. And it was crazy, too, because it was right at the time when all the Off-Whites were coming out. The Jordan Off-Whites.
Oh, the 10?
And the Nikes, the 10, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just hit on the Off-White Prestos.
You actually hit on
the
10 spot?
Yeah. I didn't hit on the 10s.
Remember, it was back
I had
to
the
back.
all black. I hit the all black joints. It was a shock drop. Because I hit on the UNCs. I hit on the UNC Off-Whites. And I'll never forget that. That was great, too. But
That's crazy.
I also, another shock drop. This was at the time when shock drops were a fucking shock drop. So I hit on a shock drop on the Prestos, but I was only able to get a size 7, which is I'm a size 9. I got a size 7, so I brought it to LA to do like a size swap or sell or something. Anyways, I sold the 7 because I couldn't find my size, and no one wanted to size swap me. And then I almost bought a size 10, but the fucking thing was fake. It was crazy.
I remember watching the
Yeah.
video.
It fucking blew
I remember
up.
that video
I was
very
like,
well.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I think that could have ruined some people's perspective, but I loved it because, like, oh, I get.
But you got it
this
legit checked at
drama.
the
Yeah,
show, right? I
I didn't
remember
get
that.
scammed. Oh no! I gave the fucking guy money.
Yes, I remember.
I gave him the
remember.
money, and I made him come with me to the legit check booth. I got him in, like, cause
I
he was
remember.
walking in. He was in the front, and I said, "I'll give you the money, but we're getting this legit check." And he was like, I don't have a ticket. I was like, oh, I got you. They flew me out. I got you. So he had no choice. So he had to come and got a legit check. He said they were fake, and then he gave my money back. But it was a good experience because, I got the content for that. That was kind of like one of the things. Saving lives, by the way.
Y'all don't know, saving lives, Jumperman Kris. That's what he does. When you start to hear that, music,
oh,
someone's fucked.
But no, but shouts to like I said, it was probably one of my best experiences. So like I said, hey, shouts to SneakerCon. Honestly, if it probably wasn't for them, I don't think I'll probably be where I'm at right now. I owe them quite a bit. With my career and stuff, because a lot of their stuff came with a lot of good opportunity and a lot of good content and stuff. Obviously I got to put the content out there and everything. But again, just shouts to everyone because that's always helped me through down the road. There's a lot of names. I don't want to just say names because I'm gonna miss out on somebody. But it's there's a lot of things. But yeah, shouts to SneakerCon about that. But yeah, and then recently, with the pandemic, with the lockdowns, I finally hit 100K subs. So that was a big thing.
I remember that day.
Yeah, huge, right? It was huge for me.
Huge.
We used to do lives too at night during the lockdowns.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good time. But it's so I was starting to kind of realize that, like, YouTube was kind of like having its own, like, kind of life in a way, or not life, but like another level. Like, I was starting to get to like another level to where, like, okay, I'm gonna have to, like, even though I did YouTube full time in a way, but I had to step back because I couldn't do both what I wanted to do with YouTube with all the traveling. And there's other shows I was bringing me out too as well. So all the traveling, all the content, and on top of that, do my my other job too. So I had to let go of that in order, because I got sick one point, because like I was trying to do everything at once. I was trying to balance everything, which was I should have never. It was hell.
You definitely stressed yourself.
Yeah,
out
I stressed
on that
myself
portion.
out like crazy. Especially at the age that I was at. I think I was like probably 35 or something like that. So. I was getting up there in age to where, like, I can't do everything. Work hell doing nails, 10 to 8, and do YouTube and travel and, everything else. It was a lot on my plate, and, with my family and kids and stuff like that. So I also added this in too. I still had to be a father and a husband, with everything, still had to take care of my kids and take them to their stuff. So I had to balance everything. So I had to give up one, and I decided to give up the nails, even though I know that the longevity of YouTube, who knows what it can be, but I just want to ride this ride until I can't, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I guess that's all three things that people don't know about me. I had to. We'll see how long this ride's gonna be. It's been one hell of a ride, that's for sure.
Hey, it's still going.
Still-
The wave hasn't crashed
Yeah,
yet.
it's-
You still got a while before it crashes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna
So-
crash for everybody at one point, but I think you really do have a long fucking potential while of still doing.
I
what
hope
you
so,
do.
man. Yeah, and I'm
Your
trying.
content, it's fucking different compared to what all the others do. I mean, you show from city to fucking city to city to city of a sneaker show to a sneaker. It's not just based off of one thing. You do kind of everything. You kind of travel everywhere. You resell at some stores. You show the conventions. You show the sneakers. You show the early reviews. I mean, not everybody. Some people just stick to like a niche category. They just do a review, which I feel like nobody watches anymore.
Yeah, it's
But,
tough. There's some still out there that do well in the reviews, but I do realize that things have changed. It's way steer content is way different from 2016 from 2023. That's for sure. I mean, you kind of have to adapt. That's one thing with everything. You have to adapt. If not, you're gonna get stuck. You have to change things up.
Yes.
You have to kind of follow and figure out what's the next move, because I don't want to be the blockbuster. That's one point if I'll say something, you know. Blockbuster, because look at them. They used to be like the top fucking, rental dog. Hey, I'm gonna shout to my millennials again. No, what happened? Netflix took them out because Netflix came to them like, hey, stop this stupid shit that you're doing with the late fees and everything. Do the whole, at home rentals. So that's what took them out.
I think Netflix boxes took them out before Netflix on TV took them out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
Netflix
mean?
service. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's Netflix. Remember the Netflix box? You'd have to physically go to the little box in front of the Blockbuster.
That was another one. That was different. That's Redbox. That's Redbox.
Redbox. I'm sorry. I thought it was a Netflix box.
Yeah,
Redbox.
but Netflix was like the turning point. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the guy that owned Netflix was a Blockbuster member. Everyone rented movies.
Everybody did,
But that they made so much money off the late fees. Yep. But that's another story. But I'm just saying, like, you have to change things up. To be in the longevity of things, you have to kind of like figure out what people kind of like. Obviously the early reviews, the early looks, just the vlogs. Even then, this year has been super tough on a lot of things, man. I just can't really. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, but it's different nowadays. Nowadays it's more. I mean, you see a lot of old faces getting out of it, and a lot of new faces.
It's not only you that's been telling me that. I'm hearing this from one of your. I'm not gonna say the names, but there's big content creators. I guarantee that if you're watching the sneaker space, you know exactly who the fuck these people are, and they're telling me that, bro, views are down. Shit's not getting watched as much. Shit has changed. People are watching TikTok. You have to hop on Snapchat,
that's another
YouTube,
thing too.
TikTok,
TikTok,
everywhere. Instagram Reels. They have to post everywhere in order to get. Because you got to think this is their world. This is their job. If they don't get views and they don't get likes and they don't get comments and they don't get people subscribing, they don't get fucking paid.
Yeah, don't get paid, man.
They don't get paid.
And TikTok's another huge endeavor, man, because it's such a short attention span to where videos are 15 seconds, 30 seconds tops or something like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I try to jump in TikToks. It's more like just extra content for me. Like I just do it because I mainly just try to concentrate and really focus on my YouTube. I do jump into TikToks here and there, but I don't want to focus mainly on TikToks. Because it's I don't want to get into that, but it's a different thing. But shout out to the people that do go crazy on TikToks. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do very well on TikToks and everything else too. There's people do very well on IG, people do very well on Snapchat, and also on YouTube. So it's a vice versa thing. I'm trying to it's hard for me to try to blow up on everything and post on every freaking content.
It's definitely a lot of work, especially because if you guys don't know, he's a one-man team.
Yeah, I'm a one-man show, bro.
You don't have nobody editing your videos for you. You don't have nobody doing the pictures, right?
Yep.
You're doing everything on your own?
Everything's myself, bro.
Everything's
me. It would maybe be easier, but hey, I can't afford a crew, so it's just me.
That's where it comes down to. For some reason, if you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed to him, considering that this is the first video and I have fucking 2 subs, you make sure y'all go sub.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
So,
yeah, the next.
Let me see what else we got. We're almost done. Just got a few more questions. Let me pull out my handy dandy notebook. All right, we're gonna run this down. We're gonna run this quick. All right.
Sorry.
All right. So we're gonna run this down real quick. I just need quick answers.
Okay.
All right. Don't think too much about it.
All right. Rapid fire.
We're gonna give you. I need your top 3 out of each one of these. Top 3.
Okay.
Top 3 favorite YouTubers to watch.
YouTubers to watch?
Yes.
Holy shit.
You don't have to give a reason why. Just say it out there. No disrespect to anybody else he doesn't mention. This is just his top 3 that he watches on. It doesn't have to be sneaker. Could be whatever.
Okay. I'm trying to think. That I watch on YouTube. Because honestly, bro, I really watch a lot of YouTube too much. I watch Rafi and Roscoe every morning.
Okay. That's 2. Live streamers.
Live streams, yeah. I watch them. Can't really think of anyone else, bro. Not just sneakers, but anything else.
Could you say Beyondsolepodcast?
Beyondsolepodcast.
Even though this is the first one, you haven't seen it yet.
But I'll definitely be watching this one.
All right.
But I can't think of another one, bro. I really hate to do it, but I do watch some lives. I do watch Rafi in the morning sometimes. And Roscoe too, because I wake up early and I hit the gym and I'm like, oh, okay, what the fuck's going on this morning? What's dropping?
I'm not gonna lie. That's my morning entertainment as well.
Yeah.
I usually have 2 tabs open, one for Raph and one for Ross,
Yep,
while I'm
yep,
sitting
yep.
there working my 9 to 5.
Exactly. So
All
there
right.
you go.
Top 3 TV shows of all time.
Woo! Top T3. Okay, Game of Thrones is
All right.
is one of my
Doesn't
favorite
have to be
shows.
categorized in each one. I know it's
Okay.
hard. 3 of them.
Yeah.
And
Game
you-
of Thrones is my favorite. Stranger Things is another my favorite series. I mean, if we're gonna go back to my kids' days, when I would say maybe like X-Men or something. Yeah.
X-Men. Okay.
X-Men.
All right. Next, this is gonna come up with the X-Men top 3 superheroes of all time.
Oh man. Okay. Batman's number 1.
Batman's he beat Spider-Man.
Yep. He beat Spider-Man.
Wow. Okay.
Spider-Man is
I
number.
respect.
Must have ran out of batteries.
Fuck.
You got another battery for it?
No.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, turn this one off.
I got extra one in my room. Yeah, we're
Yo, I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you because
I'll totally put that shit on there.
I had. No, don't do that. Is it recorded?
Well, I didn't zoom in enough.
Oh.
Why am I in the fucking frame?
I had the time of my life.
That's perfect.
And I owe it
All
all
right,
to
are we
you.
back? We're
Yep.
back. We're back. Check. Mic 1 2. All right.
Just go from the top.
So-
favorite superhero. Go ahead and do it from the top.
All right. Next one. Top 3 superheroes of all time.
Oof. Okay. So again, I love superheroes. Batman's number 1.
Okay.
Is number 1. That's what I grew up on. Again, I love Batman. Love the whole Michael Keaton and Dark Knight. So Batman's number 1, and he's freaking cool. Wolverine's probably number 2 because of X-Men.
Well, I was not expecting that one.
He was number 2. He's badass.
I remember you
bro.
said you used to watch Wolverine back there, but I wasn't
He's
expecting
so
your
badass.
favorite.
He's
All
so
right.
badass, and he can heal and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just, and he has a claws too. Like, he's super badass, and he's from Canada. He's
Are you Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian. Swear to
You're
God.
not Canadian.
I swear to God, he's Canadian.
I said you're not Canadian.
I know, but I love
What
Canada.
the fuck?
But I love Canada. Shouts to Vancouver, man. One of my other favorite cities to go to.
All right.
And then probably gonna be. It would probably have to be Spider-Man after that. Spider-Man,
Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man's number 3. So
Batman,
Spider-Man, yeah.
Wolverine, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Sad that Marvel Universe don't have the X-Men yet, but hopefully they will. Because like I said, I would go bananas for Wolverine.
Well, maybe they'll make a new movie on him.
Shit.
Here's a good one. Your top 3 music artists. All time.
All time.
All time. Doesn't have to be in order. Once again, and just any 3.
Drake, number 1.
Okay.
Drake, I just love his music, man. I don't know why some people hate on him. I feel like the bigger you are, that people just want to hate for some fucking reason, man. It just is what it is. But no, I like Drake. He's probably number 1.
Okay.
See, probably for all time. Yeah, probably all time. Yeah, especially this day and age too. Man, I'm not really into like stuff. I mean, Kanye was. I don't want to put him up there, but like he's. I used to love his music, man. Like heavily. Music's not what it used to be, though. You know what I mean?
I was
Compared to this
definitely
year.
expecting Kanye to be up there. Kanye is my number 1 of all time.
Really?
And there's no one that can compare.
But I like Kanye, but he's like top 5. I would think he'd be like top 5, but I'm trying to think everyone's will be above Kanye, but I probably can't. So I'll probably have to beat Kanye number 2.
Okay.
But like the thing is, he's just so like, he just went off. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand that, but you can't forget about all the
Yeah,
bullshit
you're
that
right.
goes on
I
with
know.
it. Just the music.
But even his music, I didn't like his last album,
Really?
Donda. I did not like Donda. I love his old stuff.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's what got me hooked too.
Yeah,
is graduation.
I love this
I
old
mean,
stuff, man. I was a huge Kanye fan on that stuff.
I mean, I based my first flyer for my first show based off of graduation.
I know.
I figured I wanted to be the greatest show in the world. What's the greatest album in the world? And I thought graduation.
Yeah. I love Kanye. Growing up, I was a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. OG out there. So honestly, I don't really have a top favorite. I'm just throwing names out there. I can't really think of anyone else because I'm so like OG with it. I still love Eminem. He was one of my favorites too. Eminem.
He's definitely top 10.
I'm just no order, right? Travis Scott. So I'm about to go see him on concert. This is my second time seeing him. I'm pretty sure your wife would say Taylor Swift. Michael Jackson.
100%.
Michael Jackson number 1. I had to say Michael Jackson number 1.
Okay, so Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson number
Travis Scott, and Drake.
1. Yeah, I would put that. Yeah, Michael Jackson, Drake, Travis Scott, or Kanye. Bone Thugs is up there too. I love Bone Thugs.
Okay.
That was just when I was growing up though.
Hey, I asked for 3, you gave me 4.
Yeah. And there's no order either, guys. So just don't say like, oh, fucking Drake's better than Michael Jackson. No, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing names out there.
Cool. All right, and then last question. Give me your 3 favorite cities that you travel to.
Ooh, New York City is my absolute number 1 favorite city to visit.
All right, this interview's fucking done.
No, I'm being serious. I love How do you not like New York City? New York City's amazing. Anyways, look, it's awesome. The food's great. You can wake up at 2.
You're supposed to fucking say Orlando, you fuckface.
I was gonna say number 3. Shut up.
What the fuck is number 2?
I was gonna say California.
This man.
You tell me you don't love New York City, and this is like home to me, so it's not like I'm
Orlando.
visiting here.
I love Orlando.
But Orlando's more like a home for me. Okay?
It is. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So there's not a city that I'm visiting.
I did
It's
say
just like
visit.
come back
All
home.
right, I did say
There you
visit.
go.
All right.
Chill.
Well, fair enough.
Fuck out.
Fair
Jesus
enough.
Christ, man. No, but you know you love New York too.
I do. New York is great.
New York is
I
amazing.
can't count. New York is fucking amazing.
Exactly. But Orlando's there too. No, New York City. No, New York is my number 1 city that I love to visit. And hey, Orlando's like home to me, so it's different.
100%.
Okay, New York's not home to me because I would never understand the subway system. No matter how many times I fucking go there, I always get lost. But I love going to New York. You can wake up at 2 a.m., get pizza, or go to a pub, or go anywhere you want. The city's still lit.
It's alive.
Yeah, still alive at 2 a.m.
Moving. Yeah.
Love it. Vegas is.
Vegas number 2?
I wouldn't say. I kind of low key don't really like Vegas like that.
Well, you said LA. LA number 2, actually. You said,
I
right?
don't like LA either, man.
Really?
LA's okay. It's
Damn.
cool.
So what's number 2?
Maybe Orlando because I do come here a lot
Okay.
with Disney. LA's okay. It's cool, but like, man, the traffic is a pain in the ass. The people's cool in LA and everything. It's my home state. But just to come to LA is such a pain in the ass to like go through traffic and all that stuff. But I like OC. I like OC more than LA, to be honest. Orange County.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like going to LA too much. It's just too hectic. It's too much sometimes. And even though I say it's too hectic, I love New York. So,
But New York is different. It's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe. You can walk to anywhere you want to fucking go.
Yeah.
LA, you cannot. You have to drive.
Yeah.
But I like the weather in LA. LA's cool. But I actually like OC, like I said, I like Garden Grove and OC more than I like going to LA. Real talk. Because I like going to the Vietnamese food, and my wife like do the shopping. So Vegas, LA, but I think I like Orlando. I have to put Orlando up there because I like to take my kids to Disney.
Yep.
Like
family things.
But the one, like, if I get invited to a show, I really like going to. Okay, let's talk about this, right? My shows the cities that I like going to is New York is number 1. Those are the shows that I like getting invited to.
And you were
I
just
like
recently
the vibes.
there, right? For
I
God's
just like the
Soul?
vibes. Yeah, I like the vibes out there. Maybe because also like the sneaker market too and all that. I like Dallas. Those are one of my favorite ones too. It's good to sell.
Yes, Dallas is a fun city.
Good city. I guess I'll have to be LA number 2. No offense, Orlando, bro. It's shit to go to sometimes. The event sometimes, man. Because the price is always so goddamn high.
One of the best shows in the world is in Orlando, okay?
Which one?
That's where it originated.
Yeah,
from.
yeah, Kicks for Yourself.
The
The
Kicks
best
for
show.
Yourself sneaker convention.
The best show in
That's
the world.
right.
But I'm just saying, like, man, come to some Florida shows, bro. Whew. You're gonna be paying
he thinks the vendors were waxing in Florida, which the vendors do. I've been to a lot of different cities, and Florida.
It's always the highest.
No disrespect to my vendors, but they can definitely charge a lot of money, and they get it. That's the crazy part.
I'm sure
they definitely charge a lot for
I'm
their
sure
sneakers,
they do.
But they get it.
I'm sure they do. And hey, amen to them. Like I said, I'm from the Midwest. I can't pay those prices sometimes.
Yeah,
So.
I like when I originally went upstate and went to Detroit, which we're having our show coming up in Detroit here very soon. I'm not sure they're going to be out before or after the show, but regardless, we do have a show coming up there. But when I went up there, I couldn't believe how cheap the prices were compared to Florida.
Oh yeah.
The vendors just go. When I went to shout out to Michigan Sneaker Exchange. They've been up to Michigan forever. They've been doing it for like 10 years, but the prices that were there compared to the Florida shows was fucking insane.
Crazy.
It was cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Compared to what the
That's how the Midwest is, and I'm trying to explain that to when I go to big cities. When everyone thinking I'm freaking lowballing, I'm like, bro, I'm going like 20 or 30 under Lowe's ask because that's what I can pay. so I can make money, because you know how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But shit, go some vendors offer me like $100 less than lowest ask. All right, so I want to hear that bullshit. I get offered like 100 to 50. It's crazy. Like yo, let me get these Yeezys for $100. The fuck? Get the fuck out of my face, man.
I've heard it. I've
Yeah.
been at the table right beside it when they asked.
I was
Fucking
like,
insane.
this am I on? And I even said like, am I on a what's it called? Am I on a TikTok or something? Like, what's going on here? Like,
I think it's a prank.
yeah, am I getting pranked here? Like, what's going on here, guys? But like I said, Dallas is a good show. LA's pretty good too.
What do we have so far? I'm fucking lost.
What's the favorite cities to go visit?
Yeah, what did you say first? He said LA.
I said New York.
New York.
I said Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas is good. I haven't
And
been
then
back to Dallas in a
Orlando.
long time though. Then I'll say what I said next.
Orlando.
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 Yeah, of course, Orlando.
Yeah.
Even though they tax me crazy.
Beautiful.
I
But
don't
I'm
know.
here.
Yeah.
The boys are here.
Oh, yeah.
You know
the boys are
everybody
here,
here
man. That's the reason why I love on. That's the only reason why I came to Sneaker Content, but because I knew you guys were coming and you guys were going to be there.
My
So
man.
if you guys are there, I'll be there.
All right, so we're gonna do a little game here.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna give you one word and tell me the first word that comes to your mind after hearing that word.
Okay.
Try to do it as fast as you can. Literally just one word.
Okay.
If you don't get it, just say skip.
One word.
One word. Aliens.
Maybe.
Florida.
Hot.
Sneakers.
Expensive.
Kentucky.
Chill.
YouTube.
Difficult.
Happy.
Sometimes.
Trump.
Come back.
Money.
Money. Wish I had more.
That's it.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh god, I'm gonna get canceled for that Trump statement, am I?
No, not at all. I think half the community wants Trump back. I'm not gonna get into politics in here.
I know,
but
right.
Y'all can leave comments if you want to in the description. We don't give two fucks.
Yeah, but Florida's hot. It's a lot. Boy, you guys are hot out here.
100%. So, what are your goals from the next 5 years, or where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What do you want out of life in the next 5-10 years, something like that? It's gonna have to be a time frame. What do you want out of life? What is your goals?
Bro, I don't even know, man. Honestly, I hope I can do something that I maybe won't have to do YouTube. Like, I hope I can do something with my YouTube brand and what I do for YouTube to where I don't have to rely on my YouTube. That's the thing. I have to rely on my YouTube a lot, and I don't want to rely on it so heavily. Does that make sense?
No, 100%. I mean, I definitely understand that, and you can definitely get there. I mean, you have stuff like the merch. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah,
that you did a
check it
collab with Daniel Liu.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Yep. Yes,
And
sir.
I mean, there's plenty of stuff. I mean, you can change your content. Maybe start a family channel or even do podcasts.
There you go. Something like this. This is
Your
actually what I'm
viewers
starting to do
are
here.
getting- Your viewers are not like other viewers. Your viewers are older. They've stuck with you. You don't really
Yeah,
have kids
they
watching
kinda
you. It's not
grew
little
up, yeah.
Timmy's watching.
I still
Happy
get
and
some little
Ross.
Timmys. Hey, shouts to some of my little Timmys out there. I'm sure I get some Timmys out there, man.
But, I
it's
mean-
the young cats out there.
I definitely see you continue doing big fucking things. It's gonna be much bigger than YouTube. I have no doubt about it. I see the way you work. I
mean,
know
I
the
ha-
way your brain functions. You're a fucking hustler. So
Yeah, I mean that's the generation that we kind of grew up in, right? It's
Exactly.
kind of like in our blood. But I do have somewhat of an exit strategy in case something kind of goes out. Like I said, again, guys, always pick up a skill, figure something else out. Because again, even though I was this big time YouTuber, as you guys might want to call me, I can always go back and do my nails full time. And hey, you'll see me out there. I might be doing your wife's nails or something. Hey.
not only that, we got to get into that residential real estate together. That's
All
what
right,
we
there
need
you
to
go.
do.
That's another big money. That's kind
That's
of like
huge
the extra
money.
strategy. Right there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, this was fun, bro.
100%. I appreciate you coming. And if you have one last thing to say to anybody out there watching, what would you say?
Hey, I love
Words
you.
of positivity.
Honestly, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for sticking with me for all these years and all this time. And, thanks for support and everything else. Very cliche, but it really does mean a lot to me because, honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I definitely wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. I'm very blessed and thankful for what I'm in right now. But, obviously, I always try to look, what can I do better? I've always tried to look, what can I do better? What can I improve on? That's with anything. You always got to figure out what can you improve on and do better. So, again, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
once again, Jumperman Kris, my brother,
Thank you,
Christopher.
bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you so much for the interview. Make sure you already do. If I'm pretty sure you already do, but if you don't, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Jumperman Kris. Go follow him on IG at Jumperman Kris. Follow JMK Shops as well. Also on IG, you can get some fucking dope ass raffles. We out, y'all. We appreciate you.